The late convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's ghost continues to haunt. After decades of accusations and inaction from the British royal family, the king's brother Andrew has faced a royal slap, the heat of which is being felt by Buckingham Palace, but the White House too. I'm Ananya Datta. This is HT In Depth. The king has stripped off Andrew's royal title, and here on he will be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. The stripping is so rare in the British royal family that the last time a member was shamed like this, it was 106 years ago for supporting the Germans in World War I. Second, Andrew has also been asked to vacate his 30-room royal mansion near Windsor Castle and move into a private accommodation. BBC is reporting that it will be privately funded by King Charles. Third, Andrew will continue to be frozen out of royal public life. He's already not invited to attend public royal events. Now, experts say the decision comes after years of mounting pressure on the royal family for Andrew's links with the late child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew?
One of the first allegations came from Virginia Giuffre, who has accused Jeffrey Epstein of trafficking her when she was 17 and forced her to have sex with Andrew. She filed a US civil suit in August of 2021, accusing him of multiple encounters. But an out-of-court settlement in 2022 dismissed the case. Ms. Giuffre committed suicide this year in April. Andrew also played host to convicted sex offenders Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell at his Windsor property. This was 2 months after a US court granted arrest warrant against Epstein for raping a minor. What's common among these three controversial figures are their legal cases. Epstein was found dead in a prison in 2019 while awaiting trial for sex trafficking. Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking of minors. Weinstein, a famous American film producer, was found guilty of rape and sexual assault. The conviction was overturned and he's on trial again. Since there has been mounting evidence of Andrew's connections with this trio. Andrew's 2019 interview with the BBC did not bring new allegations but crystallized public opinion. Just a month after Epstein's death, he intended to rebut the allegations, but it backfired. He denied ever meeting Mrs. Giuffre and said that he broke off all contact with Epstein in 2010. These claims were proven otherwise with emails and photos that haunt Andrew till today. Andrew continues to deny all allegations leveled against him, and the humiliation is bound to have ripple effects in Washington, D.C., and this is our focus in this episode. Andrew's public fall reopens questions that US lawmakers have been demanding answers on for years, and at the center of this is the Epstein files. It is the bundle of court records, flight logs, witness statements, and documents seized from Epstein's home. Everyone has been asking three main questions. What is inside it? Who else is implicated? And are people in power stopping the files from going public? And that brings us to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is part of this story for two reasons: personal history and political theater. He knew Epstein in the 1990s to 2000 and has been criticized for that association. In February of 2000, Epstein was seen at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago club in Florida.
He took people, and because he took people, I said, don't do it anymore. You know, they work for me. And he took, beyond that, he took some others. And once he did that, that was the end of him. I didn't like, when they steal people, I don't like it.
A photo has been released showing Epstein holding a novelty check signed by Trump. The Guardian has suggested that Epstein sold him a woman for $22,500. House Democrats have released a sexually suggestive letter and drawing sent to Epstein in 2003 for his birthday that appears to show Trump's signature, the same note the president has denied writing. A Wall Street Journal report claimed this May White House officials told Trump categorically that his name appeared multiple times in the files. Now, these are part of a list of accusations against the US president that links him with Epstein. Politically speaking, Trump campaigned on the promise of exposing the Epstein files, but has deflected from the topic ever since coming to power. The situation has put the Republicans in a very precarious position. They once demanded the files to be released, and today they face the awkward task of responding to new evidence that includes Trump. Into this combustible mix stepped Elon Musk in June this year. During a very public fallout with the president, he tweeted, and I'm quoting, "Donald Trump is in the Epstein files." Musk later deleted the post, but the damage was done. The late Jeffrey Epstein is gone, but his shadow continues to haunt the living, from Buckingham Palace to the White House. Because the Epstein scandal was never only about one man. It was a map of proximity, of how power, money, and silence protect each other at all cost. But this latest decision makes you wonder, if the king's brother can lose his title, what happens when America's president faces the same shadow? I'm Ananya Datta. Thanks for watching HT In Depth.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.